Hello friends and welcome to another journal vlog. These are becoming my favourite videos to make for you because it's just a lot of fun adding all the different things from my life and all my journaling that I've been doing and all my different hobbies all into one. So I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoy creating them. This one is an extra long one today because I'm going to be showing you all of my footage from my recent trip to Edinburgh and obviously all the journaling and travel journaling that comes with that. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and if you're new here, I will not be talking throughout this whole thing, so don't worry, but if you do enjoy, then make sure to subscribe to keep up with all the future journal vlogs. So I will explain what I'm doing here. I am actually making a bookmark, and if you have watched my reading update videos, then you will know I did not love this book. So because of that, I have decided to put it into my little local library, and I felt like it'd be really cute if I made a matching bookmark to do that with. So that's what I'm doing. As you can see, the cover is really pretty actually. That's kind of what drew me to the book in the shop. As you know, I don't usually read physical books because I just don't have the space for them. So I am very much in love with my Kindle at the moment. But this book was really cheap, and that's kind of why I bought it and decided that I would give it away regardless, but I'm now even more inclined to give it away because I just didn't love it for many reasons, which I explain in my reading update. So if you want to hear about that, then you should check that out. So for the bookmark, I just basically found a whole bunch of scraps that I had either just on my desk or in various different places, and I wanted to make it red, and then I knew that I wanted to do some gold detailing as well because obviously the book cover has that on too. So I just started to rip up different bits and stick them down wherever I could. This was actually really easy to make. I get sent a lot of bookmarks from my pen pals and things, and I've just never thought to make one, so this felt like a really good opportunity, and it was really easy to make. So yeah, if you are thinking of making yourself a bookmark or making a bookmark for a friend or a family member, or even if you're gifting someone a book for Christmas, there's no reason why you couldn't make them a cute matching bookmark. So I just went ahead and decorated it. I have not also been back to check the library, so I don't know if anyone has even picked up this book. I feel like, I don't know, maybe not everyone's into fantasy, so it might not be the go-to one that people might pick up, but we'll see. So I just stuck down this cute vintage like memo, and then I also had this old chandelier sticker, and then I decided to cut the butterfly in half so that I would be able to stick the wings on either side. I haven't really obviously decorated a bookmark before, so it was different decorating something so small because I wasn't used to decorating such a small area. And then I just went ahead and finished off all of the little details with my white gel pen. I also decided to stamp it with my Instagram username just in case anybody did pick it up. Then maybe they wanted to chat about the book or discuss the story, or maybe they don't like the book either, so they want to tell me how much they don't like. And then I just added some string twine just as a little bit of extra decoration, and just so it's really easy to obviously pick out the bookmark when you are using it. I do have a laminator as well because obviously I'm a teacher, so I feel like that's something all teachers have, but I decided not to use it because I kind of prefer it without the laminated bits. So yeah, I just felt like it was a lot nicer as a textured bookmark. So do not worry, there is more Edinburgh footage to come, but because I'm making 3 spreads, I figured it would be a lot better if I spread out the journaling and footage so that it would just make sense with the different days, and then so you're not watching me sit and journal for a million years. So the first thing that I did, and I always do this whenever I travel journal, I feel like it's a really good way to just organize your thoughts and not become too overwhelmed. I will organize my bits of ephemera, any stationery I definitely want to use, and any photos, and I will put them into little piles as to what spreads I want to make. Now, I don't always do this and stick to specific days of the trip. I will sometimes just organize it depending on how much stuff I have. So for this one, I did do a spread for each day of the trip, but then the stuff in my last spread was also pictures from the second day because the second day was just very jam-packed. So I felt like if I spread it all out a little bit, it would be a little bit more organized. So for the first day, as you saw, it was pretty chill one because we got there quite late. Well, we got there like 3 p.m, which wasn't that late, but it was getting dark at 5. So we basically dropped our stuff off at the hotel, and the hotel was in a really great spot. It was right next to like the Royal Mile, which is kind of like the main street in Edinburgh, I think. And we basically just dropped our stuff off and then instantly went and wandered around the city because it's a place that me and my partner have never been to before. So we really just wanted to look at all the pretty buildings, kind of get our bearings and figure out what we wanted to do. For the whole trip, we didn't have that much planned. There was like 2 places I definitely wanted to go to, but other than that, it was pretty chill and we were just kind of seeing what took our fancy at the time. So yeah, the first day we had a wander to the castle, ended up getting a drink as well and did some people watching. I was also wearing my Gilmore Girls sweatshirt, and this really cute couple in this bar said to me that they loved my sweatshirt. So I was feeling very good about that. And then we went and looked in some of the different shops because there's quite a few like witchy shops, although it just wasn't like the stuff that I actually wanted to get. So weirdly enough, I didn't buy anything from any of those shops. And yeah, we just kind of wandered around, got some food, and I ended up collecting all of the receipts and everything from the day. I've trained my boyfriend pretty well now, so when somebody says, "Do you want the receipt?" he now says yes every single time because he knows that I want it to stick in my journal. And then I also wanted to put just one photo this time with some double-sided sticky tape to just keep it down. But for all of the spreads, I kind of just wanted to go for a dark academia kind of vibe because I feel like that is the vibe of Edinburgh. Like if you go around, that is what you see. It's like being in like a dark academia university or something from a book. So I felt like that was definitely the theme I should go for all 3 spreads. I ended up using my Maragona Silly Art Dark Academia sticker sheet, which I have been hoarding for a very long time, so this was the perfect opportunity to use it. And then I used just lots of different like vintage memos just to portray that vibe a little bit more. And then I decided to use my stamps for the title this time just to keep it simple, and it just makes it look a lot nicer and cleaner, I think, because as you know, my lettering hasn't been great recently, so I've been really enjoying these stamps. I feel like they're perfect for titles because they're not too small, not too big. So then I just used some of my new pet tapes to just decorate around the edge a little bit, and then went ahead and did my written journaling. So next you will get to see the other days and you'll get to see all the bookshops. So now we're going to do our journaling for our second spread, and this was based on day 2 of the trip because we just did so much in this day. We got up early, we went and had coffee and a croissant, and then we went and walked to Dean Village, which was one of the places that I definitely wanted to visit because it was in the city. It just looked like a really pretty place with a cute river and lots of autumnal trees. So this was just somewhere I had in my mind. So that was the first thing we went and did to make sure that we got it ticked off the list. Because I was doing lots of things about books, I obviously used this vintage paper which had these old book stacks on. And then I'm also using the sticker on the right hand side, which is like a collaged piece, which is from my recent Journal Say haul, and I got them in every single colour. So I will link the product below, and if you want to get them, then you can also use my discount code, which is an affiliate one, but it gets you 8% off. So after we went to the village and had a walk around down the river, we then walked to the National Portrait Gallery. I used to go to art college, so we walked around so many art galleries and portrait galleries when we visited different places. So I really wanted to go and check this one out, and I had seen pictures of it online. And honestly, the building looked more beautiful than all the paintings. So I was more intrigued to go and have a little wander around just to see what that was like. And it was just so pretty inside with the stars on the ceiling. And it was nice to look around all the paintings, although there's only so many paintings you can look at of old men. So yeah, I got a bit bored of the pictures after a while because they're all like the same thing. But yeah, it was just really nice to kind of wander around, and they had this big like library archive, which is the picture on the bottom right, and it was really nice to just kind of go in there and have a look around. Luckily there was no one else in there when we went in, so I could just pretend that it was my library. After the National Portrait Gallery, we then went and found somewhere to eat. We went to like this street food place where you were able to order from lots of different places. So I got gyozas and miso soup because that is my favorite cuisine ever. So whenever I can get it, I will have it because my boyfriend doesn't really enjoy eating it that much. So I got that, and then we headed to find some bookshops. Weirdly enough, I did not buy one book, which is kind of wild for me. So be impressed, guys, be impressed. So yeah, I didn't buy any books. I just wandered around and kind of looked. I was intending to buy some, but there was just nothing that kind of caught my fancy. So I just decided not to buy any and save the money. And then if I wanted any books, I could just get them on my Kindle. But it was really fun just to have a look around. As you know, going around bookshops is just always fun, just looking at all the different covers that they have. After we went and looked at the bookshops, we went and walked around even more buildings, and we just wandered around the city, kind of had a climb up this big hill where there's loads of like monuments. There is also somewhere called Arthur's Seat, which is quite popular, but we decided not to go up there because a lot of the time we go to places where you will explore or like go on a big hike, but we never really go to cities, so we felt like we should pass on that and do more of the city life things. Went and got a drink and just wandered around a little bit more and tried to find somewhere to go for tea. So for this last spread, I used a lot of the ephemera and pictures from day 2 because, as I said, we were just smashing everything out in day 2. So this was kind of just like a carry-on from that. So I kept the receipt of where we went out for dinner. I had fish and chips. It was nice. And then the picture at the top is from Dean Village. Again, I carried on with the same kind of decoration just to make it more cohesive and make it clear that it's all part of the same trip. So on the third day, basically what we did is we got up early, we went out for breakfast, we got like this really nice cafe, and then we hadn't like done any like shopping, as in like non-book shopping. So there was quite a big shopping centre. So for a couple of hours before we drove back home, we went around and just bought some clothes. And it was my first time ever stepping into a Uniqlo, so that was very exciting. And because we don't really have any near where I live, so I ended up getting this really cute autumn jacket, which you'll see later on in the video. And then I also, of course, had to get the Uniqlo bag that every single person in the entire world has, and I absolutely love it. So for this spread, I wanted to just decorate more, make it a little bit more Halloween-y, a bit more autumnal. So I had this sticker sheet that my pen pal had very kindly sent me from Artimation Co, and it had like these cute pumpkins on it. So I just went ahead and decorated any little places that didn't have any decoration. And yeah, I'm really happy with how these spreads came out. I think they're really cute, and it's just gonna be like the most perfect way for me to remember this trip. And if you're wondering why I keep hiding the faces, it's because my camera like really focuses in on a face if it's there, and then it just makes the lighting go all weird. So that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm really happy with these spreads. I think they turned out really cute. have been watching me for a while, then you will know if I go for any cute walk, I am 100% journaling about it when I get back. So I really wanted to do some autumn journaling, and I was listening to this audiobook that I have started and I'm still enjoying it. And then I also had a hot chocolate, of course. So I wanted to have this picture which my partner took of me with me in the forest with my journal, because I was also photographing my Edinburgh spreads for Instagram when this video comes out. And I was also wearing my new jacket that I was talking about, so it was kind of a way to document that too. And I recently have been sent lots of cute autumn bits, and I just felt like this was a really great spread to document it in. I will also say that this was kind of like an evening journaling session, and the sun was going down as I was recording. So the lighting changes a little bit as we go on, but you can still see everything fine. It just gets slightly more cozy is all. So sometimes when I'm not sure what to do, or if I don't want to do lots of writing, what I'll do is I'll just decorate like one of the sides of paper, because whenever I use my journal, I do often do like a double page spread. It's not often that I just do like single little spreads. I don't know why, I just feel like I want both spreads on the page to match. So if I do them about separate things, then they will match in regards to colour or theme or things like that. I don't know, I don't have to stick to that rule. Well, it's not a rule, it's just what I do basically. So I ended up decorating the entire left hand side with just lots of different bits of ephemera, some cute washi tape and some stickers. There is something usually on the side as like a focal point. So for this page it was the Polaroid picture. Sometimes it might be a quote, or it might be just like a really big sticker that's kind of like a showstopper. So this time I added the sticker, and then I just went ahead and decorated everything around it. And I also added some of the new washi tape that I got, because I just felt like it was the perfect spread to add it to. And then because I know I'm doing all of my writing on the right hand side, I'm only going to decorate it a little bit, as obviously I need plenty of space to write about this walk. Sometimes as well in my journal I don't even do a title, so there is no title or heading for this page. I just went ahead and started writing straight away. If there is anything you take from my journal videos, it should be that there is absolutely no rules, and you should give yourself no rules, because you will find it a lot easier to journal and you'll just feel a lot more inspired to journal a lot more often. So yeah, if you should take any words of wisdom from me, let it be that. So I also wanted to show you this jacket that I got from Edinburgh. I got it from Uniqlo, which is my first ever Uniqlo purchase. But I saw it and I was like, that is such a cute autumn jacket. So I had to get it, obviously. And then I also just went to my nonna's and I was wearing this jacket and she was like, I love it. And then she said that she had a jacket which it reminded her of, which she got from the Edinburgh wool shop like 50, 60 years ago. So she was like, do you want to try it on? And I said yes, and it fits perfectly. So I'll also show you my second new jacket that I now have. Cute. It's kind of like a little blazer, but it's obviously like made of wool, and yeah, it's just really cute. I thought it'd be cute to wear in autumn or winter with like, I've got some boots on and a skirt. I can't really show you because the camera isn't really picking it all up. But yeah, so here are my two new autumn cute jackets.